What's up, guys? We got a great video from melanie.
Ain't just P. Diddy that's in trouble with all of this. Because he's in a world of trouble. He's in a world of trouble, but that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about Hollywood being in a world of trouble.
Well, guys, it has started. We have a top-level music executive that has suddenly quit, stepped down the day that Diddy was indicted. I did a video earlier where I played Stephen A. Smith talking about how Hollywood is scared, music executives are scared, the music industry is, very terrified of what's going to come out of this indictment. But also, he spoke with an Entertainment Tonight attorney who confirmed the same thing. They mentioned Epstein. It was just a lot to it. Please check out that video on my channel. I'll try to remember to link it below. But in the last part of that video, that interview, I did not play that part on my channel, but I want to play it now because I was saving this for this video. And this is specifically about Kevin Liles. And then we're going to get into what TMZ and what is being reported all over the place and why this man suddenly has stepped down from a position he's been in for decades.
What else is going to come out of all of this? Because names are going to be dropped and what have you. I'm not attaching any names to this. All I'm doing is reading the news, ladies and gentlemen, at this particular point and giving you my thoughts based off of the news. This is the kind of stuff that I was alluding to when I said Hollywood's in trouble. Hip hop, R&B, the music industry. I'm not talking about actors and actresses. I'm talking about Hollywood in terms of the music industry. It's in a world of trouble right now because you don't know whose name is attached to P. Diddy and you don't know where the dominoes are going to fall. You see, when R. Kelly, with his pedophile ass self, was being pursued by law enforcement, by prosecutors and what have you. It was just him. It was just him. There might have been some people who knew or thought or heard or whatever the case may be, but they wanted him. Okay? They wanted him. When you look at P. Diddy, it almost seems clear. It's not just him thereafter. These are RICO charges. It's an indictment. It's Homeland Security. Homes raided in Los Angeles and Miami. Computers and laptops and iPads and phones and surveillance videos and stuff like that confiscated. They did that in May. You're talking about months later, and here they come with this indictment, and they're trying to make it so today, as we're taping this show, if prosecutors have their druthers, they're trying to make today his last day of freedom in his life. That's what they're trying to do. They want him behind bars today. Not next week, not next month, not when the trial begins and he's found guilty by a jury of his peers in their eyes. No. They want him in jail now. This is the level of urgency that they're attaching to this. And then lo and behold, on this day, when P. Diddy is walking into a courtroom in New York to plead not guilty on sex trafficking and racketeering charges, hip-hop music industry vet Kevin Liles is resigning from his Warner Music Group executive VP gig. I am reading from a story right here online on TMZ. On Tuesday, Liles sent a company memo announcing his resignation as chairman and CEO of Warner Brothers 300 Elektra Entertainment chairman, passing the torch to some seasoned vets. The next paragraph, ladies and gentlemen, here's what it says. Liles has been with Warner since 2004, which formerly housed Diddy's Bad Boy Records. And he's been vocal defending the mounds of allegations against Puffy. That's what it said. So it's not me talking. Every time I've met Kevin Liles, has been incredibly nice to me. I don't know anything about any of this stuff.
Of course, he has to step down, yes, but what happened, maybe he's probably got fired. So for top executives of the company, you don't just get fired. Yes, in the background, you get fired. The board will ask you to resign. That's being fired. So if somebody steps down because they owe that fiduciary duty to the company, to its shareholders who are they are answerable to its board of directors, and the shareholders they are answerable to. So he was responsible for bringing in the man in. In as much as maybe the man did make him a lot of money, or Bad Boys did make him a lot of money, if he did, I mean, he was responsible for bringing him in, for giving him that opportunity. And the company has to go on. So people come and go, executives come and go. This is how companies function, guys. So there is no way a company will cease to exist because of one person. So even those people, when you are employed as a top executive, you're supposed to be aware of this. There are certain scandals that maybe you find yourself into. You owe it to your shareholders and to your company to step away. They always do this, even in the tech business, they do it. But like, we don't get to read about it or find out about it or maybe watch videos over it. But there are also scandals there, and people get to step down or get fired. But like, they are given time in order to make arrangements, or maybe in order to not to paint a bad picture, like maybe somebody got fired because there are other parties that are involved or that have dealings with those companies. And to some extent, depending on their moral standing, some will say, no, we don't want to deal with such businesses. We don't want to deal with such businesses. And some people start pulling in their funds. So, of course, people are stepping down. Yes, maybe because of their private life came into conflict with them running the business. And also, maybe like I explained, they owe it to their shareholders. And their shareholders expect that of them. If they see that, oh, the storm is coming, they have to go. So that if they are to face the law, they won't start getting arrested while they are serving as CEOs. They'll just be somebody who retired or somebody who resigned. So if you read the headline, there won't be a company attached to that person. So they are cleaning house.
What I do know is that they're attaching his name to P. Diddy. And they're doing so on the day that he resigned. And they're showing you the connection between him and Bad Boy Entertainment. You know why they're doing that? Because it's a glimpse of what's coming. There's a whole bunch of names. Y'all guess it. I ain't gonna put out no polls. I'm not gonna put a poll out there and ask you and give you names and multiple choice. I'm not doing that to other human beings. Only reason I read Kevin Lyle's name is because of the TMZ report that's plastered all over the news right now. It's the only reason I read the name. I'm not mentioning anybody's name. But what they're saying is that's the first domino. That's what they're saying. That's the implication. That's what's going on. Think about the parties at his home. Think about the artist, Puffy P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs. Think about the artist he's represented, who's worked under his label. Go ahead and do your own homework.
And so that right there, that tells you, I mean, if you haven't seen the video that I did with Stephen A. Smith that I reviewing this, you're going to want to see it. I also did another video today where TMZ themselves confirmed that Hollywood is scared. There are more heads that are going to roll. TMZ is confirming that, okay? There's an interview that they did, and they talk about that, how this is going to blow up huge. Okay, and this is why Hollywood is silent. So now I'm going to take you to Kevin Lyles in this exact article that he's talking about. Okay, so Kevin Lyles quits Warner Music post. This is Kevin Lyles. Let's get into it. Hip-hop music industry vet Kevin Lyles is resigning from his Warner Music Group executive VP gig. On Tuesday, Lyles sent a company memo announcing his resignation as chairman and CEO of Warner Music's 300 Elektra Entertainment chairman, passing the torch to seasoned vets, and then there's naming some people. Okay, and so this is his post. I'm sure it's a bunch of fluff about how grateful he is and how wonderful it's been. Now it says, Lyles has been with Warner since 2004, which formerly housed Diddy's Bad Boy Records, and he's been a vocal he's been vocal defending the mounds of allegations against Puff. Of course, the biggest music industry news of the day is Diddy and his indictment. It says we spoke to Kevin back in April, and he told us he never knew the Diddy who got plastered in the media after all the allegations made in numerous lawsuits and stuck by him. They even have ... and stuck by him. Sir, really? You want us to believe you don't know the Puff like that? We know the Puff like that, and we haven't even been around the man. We've seen him. We've seen how he acts. Just go look at the old reality shows. The man is a menace. The man is insane. The man is a criminal and a degenerate. Lau's transition will happen at the end of the month, and sources close to the situation tell us his exit could directly be tied to a massive shakeup at Warner. Several executives have stepped down, and Elliot Grange, 10K Projects founder and son of Universal Music Group chairman and CEO Lucian Grange, has been introduced as the new CEO of Atlantic Music Group. So Elliot Grange, okay, I didn't even get into this. Let's click this Elliot Grange. Okay, so this is who. Okay, so the son is married to Sophia Richie. So his father, okay, is Elliot Grange is the executive, but Lucian Grange is the son who has stepped up.
Be the other way around. I think Lucian Grange is the father, then Elliot is the son. I think she's confused it.
Oh, sorry. Lucian Grange is the father and Elliot Grange is the son. So let me see what I can find on Elliot Grange, because I did not know that the executive at Atlantic Music Group also stepped down. So here we go. Big changes at Warner Music Group. Max Lusada stepping down. They got ads and it's shaking it up. Elliot Grange moving up. Okay. So let me go down. Warner Music has announced dramatic changes in its recorded music operations. And let me just show you when this came out. This is August 1st of this year. Okay. Max Lusada, pictured above, CEO of Recorded Music and 20-year veteran of the company, will step down at the end of the fiscal year, although he will remain as an advisor through January 31st, 2025, probably due to a contract. They can't just let him go.
No, they've already let him go, him remaining as an advisor, because look, if you're an executive, even let's say you are resigning, you don't give a 1 month notice, a 2 weeks notice. That's for junior employees. For executives, there has to be like some good 3 to 6 months of transitioning. So you still continue working while you've given in notice to say, okay, I'm parting ways with the company, or I would like to part ways with the company. But because it's not just the day-to-day, part of that is also to implement the strategy. The board of directors, they they set the strategy. So it's a CEO's job to implement that strategy, the company's strategy. So you can't just cut off like within a month. You can't. So him remaining as advisor, because the company has to transition. The new person has to, they need some good 6 months to be brought to speed of whatever is going on, and for them to get into that position successfully. So these are big companies. You don't just cut off somebody within a month. So they are parting ways. I mean, if it was really like a normal resignation or all that, he would have still continued serving as CEO or director, whatever. So like maybe an example, maybe if you look back, you look at maybe some of the tech executives that have resigned before, you see that maybe when it came out, they still had like some good 6 months for them to transition.
And it's talking about other people, but then let me get here. Effective October 1st, Elliot Grange will be, they're just putting all this stuff in here, of 10K Projects founder and CEO, will become CEO of Atlantic Music Group, reporting to somebody. Grange, son of Universal Music Group chairman Lucian Grange, and became part of a global. I don't know, guys, this is not even reading correctly. But anyway, this is showing how there are some shakeups. I think I need to, because I was just expecting to report on Kevin Lau because I had seen that just a little snippet of it. But now I'm seeing that there's more shakeups happening within the music industry. Okay, not just hip hop. We're not just talking about just hip hop, but we're talking about this is broad reaching. This has tendrils all throughout the music industry. And even Stephen A says not with Hollywood's actors and all that. Are you kidding me? Yes. All these people know each other. All these people are part of each other. We're not going to get into there's some details I have that I'm still trying to vet that I want to flesh out for you guys. But now we are starting to see some heads roll, and they're doing it quietly. They're doing it with stepping down. They're doing it, moving these people out of place because they know possible some things can hit these people, and these music companies don't want to be part of an indictment. They want to say that's the former person and they have nothing to do with it now, but we know they still could be held.
So, I mean, individuals come and go, but companies have to remain. So remember that. If you when you are working, if you are an executive or some like companies have to remain. Companies have to outlive individuals. So the shareholders, the owners of the company, they have to do everything possible in their power to make sure that the company survives. Even if it means maybe them sacrificing their own, yeah, they'll give you up.